Hey guys, Mrs. Dobson here. Today I'm going to show you how to make a box that we will be putting our Burt's Bees jelly beans in. So what we'll do for the top will be the same that we do for the bottom. So I'm just going to show you one section of it. When you're done and your box is complete, then you will go ahead and you will get some jelly beans to put inside it. Okay? When we do this, you're going to be getting 2 pieces of square paper. And you really have to think about being very, very slow and neat when we do this. If you want the box to turn out, you have to do it slowly and you have to make sure you're doing it neatly. Alright, so our first step, and at any point in this video, pause it so that you are ready to get that step done before I move on. So our first step, and I'm going to use this as my outside, and then of course the white will be on the inside. So my first step is I'm going to find the exact center of this paper. And in order to do that, I'm going to fold it corner to corner. See how I am lining that up just perfectly. And I'm going to kind of pinch it and crease it right in the middle, right there, okay? I don't need the whole side, I just need that middle section. I'm going to unfold it, and you can see that crease. And now I'm going to go the opposite way. And I'm going to fold it corner to corner. Make sure these corners match up. This is the name of the game, is neatness. And then I'm going to crease it. So when I open it, you're going to see you've got kind of a little X there. And what I'll do is I'll just trace that with a highlighter so you can see that X. All right? So you're going to see this X on your paper. So pause it, do that, come back. All right, so our next step, I'm going to turn the paper diagonally, and I'm going to take one edge and I'm going to fold it right to the center of that paper. And now I'm going to crease that really crisp. I'm going to push down. Okay? I'm going to take this section and I am going to fold it again. And now I'm going to go right to the center of the paper. And I'm going to crease that. So I've made 2 folds. Your first fold and then your second fold. I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll have you pause it and you will take care of that. So now the second side. I'm going to come and do the same thing on the second side. I'm going to go right to that center. There's the center. I'm going to hold it there and I'm going to crease it. And then I'm going to fold it again right to that center. And I'm going to crease it. Okay? So right now it looks like that. Pause it, do those 2 sides, and then come back for the next step. Okay, so the next step. I have folded those 2 sides. I need to repeat and do the same thing for the remaining 2 sides. Take that corner, go right to the center, put a nice crease in it. And you're going to see that these line up. You can see how your creases line up. If you've done it neatly, you've got some nice straight creases. Don't crease it until you're sure that you're lined up, because you cannot uncrease the paper. It is going to stay just like that. All right, next, I'm going to fold it again just like I did on the other side. And then I'm going to repeat it for that last section of paper. Take your corner, fold it right to the center, Once you're sure that you're neat, give it a crease. Last fold on this section, right to the center, nice and neat. Give it a crease. So now I've done all 4 corners, and you can see I've got kind of this grid work of folds. So this next section that we're going to do, it's going to require us to do some cutting, and I'm going to use my highlighter. Once again, I'll use a different color this time so I can highlight what you will be cutting and where you will be cutting to, okay? This is important to pick a side that you will be cutting, because you're not doing this on all 4 sides, you're only doing it on 2 of the 4. So you can see these folds right here. Right there, and right there. You see those folds? You can see the center is kind of a perfect square. That's going to be the top or the bottom of your box. Where I've highlighted is going to be one of the cuts that we will make. And I'm going to go to the opposite side, and I'm going to find those same matching lines, and I'm going to highlight those. Okay, and that is what you are going to cut. So you got there and there. All right, so you're going to take out a pair of scissors. I'll pause just for a second while you get those lines. Pause your video, please. Get those lines, and if you trace them with a pencil, you will never see them. It'll be fine. Now I'm going to take those highlighters as my guide, and I'm just going to cut right to where that center square is, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Right to that center square. And I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to repeat the process on the other side. And again, the name of the game is neatness. You have nice straight lines, nice clean folds. This box is going to turn out just fine. All right, so now we're cut. Okay, we are cut. This next section, you are probably going to need to pause and work with your paper, but I'm going to show you how to do it, and then just give it a second and try it on your own. Okay, so now with our folds, we're going to be making the box, and we know this is the center. Okay, so what we're going to do, we are going to take these kind of triangle looking pieces, and I'm going to fold along that line that we've already creased. So I folded on that line. Now I'm going to fold those tabs in that I had made because I cut. Okay, and that's going to be one side of your box. Let me show you again. You're going to make that triangle so it's like you folded to the center. Then you're going to take those wings that you created by cutting, and you're going to fold those wings in. Okay. So let me scooch that back. So that's one side. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. You kind of have to hold it a little bit. So all I did was the exact same thing on the opposite side. Okay. Now if you want to put a piece of tape on this, we can do that real quick. I'll put a piece of tape on it. So if I just want to kind of hold it so that it doesn't move as much, just put a little piece of tape right there. Now I've got those two folded. Now this is kind of, once that's done, you're almost there. You're going to take these ends and you're going to fold it over. fine. That made one side of the box. Let me do it again on the other side. So I've got these ends that are folded in. And I'm going to take that tab that was left over and it's going to go up and over. I'm going to undo this so I can do it one more time and show you. But once it's up and over, once it's like this, we'll put another piece of tape in there. So I'm going to take that apart. I'm going to take that apart. Okay. So here is the folded side. We have our cut. So we're going to fold that to the center, and we're going to fold those tabs in. Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to fold those tabs in. Just make sure that's creased. And make sure that's creased. All right. Then those tabs, here's one tab. We're going to roll it right there. And then here's the other tab, and we're going to go up and over. So let me just put a little piece of tape on here. Okay. Hold those nice and steady in there. A little piece of tape. You have either the top or the bottom of your Every Flavor Burt's Bees Jelly Bean box. Okay. You'll do the exact same process for the top, and then you just simply have to tuck it in, and it's closed. Okay. All right. Make sure you pause this video for clarification and your instructions. Make sure you're going slow and you're going neat. You will get 2 pieces of paper, no more. You mess it up, it's on you. If you fail to make the box, you will not get the jelly beans. So take your time. Take your time. All right, good luck, guys.